At Clyde Ironworks, every bite starts from scratch. Fried ravioli, onion rings, wood-fired pizza, in-house beers, steak stone sizzling, pasta, pretzels, cannoli, all made by hand. Clyde Ironworks, where food is made from scratch.
I always have to have it on hand, or in my pocket, or in my car where I knew where it was. Because if I didn't know where it was, I'd panic. But that was in the beginning. And in my head, like as time went on, if I lose it or if I can't find it or I misplaced it, I'll just be like, it pops up whenever it pops up. But in the back of my mind, it's more of like, oh my God, I need it. Like, I need to find it. But in hindsight, it's just more of like, if it comes, it comes back. If it doesn't, then it was meant to be, and it's a sign that I should stop. Unfortunately, I'm one of those people who don't learn until I go through it. Just know that every year it gets harder to quit. And every year you start to feel the effect.
With me today, we're gonna have a good time. You've convinced me. I'm ready to switch my account. Oh my gosh. Specific answer. They're learning quick. Can we Google it? Whatever. Okay. He's a quick study.
There's so many words I want to say. Be careful. It is a love story.
You bet it is.
Fair.
I wasn't done.
Ask the questions that you think are silly. Thank you for joining. Bye.
We only have had e-cigarettes since 2012 or 2011. So it's only been a decade, a little over a decade, and we're getting different chemicals that we don't know enough about, which will probably cause us a lot of issues in the future.
There's nothing better than a Subway Series footlong, except when you add a new footlong sidekick, like the boss with a new footlong cookie. This might be my favorite sidekick ever. What?
Every epic footlong deserves a perfect sidekick.
Vaping has almost become like an obsession, addiction.
I always have to have it on hand.
It's got to be where I know where it is.
If I didn't know where it was, I'd panic.
I stopped pretty quick because I didn't really get the enjoyment I thought I would get out of it.
I've had friends who have used it, and it's a struggle for them.
Find your passion. Find your people. Find your purpose. Find your superior.
At Clyde Ironworks, every bite starts from scratch. Fried ravioli, golden and crisp, onion rings battered fresh and fried to perfection, wood-fired pizza made from dough we craft each morning, beer brewed in-house, steak stone sizzling, pasta tossed fresh to order, warm pretzels, fresh filled cannoli, nothing frozen, nothing fake, just passion, patience, and heat. Clyde Ironworks, where food is made from scratch.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to UWS men's basketball here on Yellow Jacket TV in the pregame show, sponsored by National Bank of Commerce, with locations in Superior, Poplar, Solon Springs, Esco, Hermantown, Hibbing, and Duluth. Make more possible with National Bank of Commerce, member FDIC. This is Matt Johnson coming to you live from Mertz Mortarelli Gymnasium here on the campus of the University of Wisconsin Superior. Happy holiday season to all of you who are watching as the Yellow Jackets taking on St. Mary's here tonight at the Mertz in non-conference action. The Yellow Jackets coming into this contest here on this Monday evening, sitting at 2-9 overall. Greg Polkowski in his 9th season as the head coach here in Superior. 91 wins, 108 losses for Coach Polkowski thus far in his Yellow Jacket coaching career. UWS has lost their last 2 games heading into action here tonight, including dropping a 73-66 decision to Bethel in non-conference action, a game that was played on December 20th. That was a Saturday here at the Mertz in Superior. In that contest, the Yellow Jackets and Royals battled through an opening half that saw neither team shoot above 40% before heading into the intermission with Bethel holding a 34-30 lead. Then in the second half, UWS eventually evened up the contest at 42 apiece with 16-19 in regulation, but the Royals came back to score the next 7 points, getting scores from Nick Burke and Jay Newbert to go along with a 3-point from A.J. Call to take a 49-42 lead with 14-16 left in the second 20 minutes. The Yellow Jackets came within 56-54 on Landon Tomer's 3-pointer with 9:21 remaining. But Bethel again responding, getting another 3 from Call in the next possession to make it a 59-54 contest at the 8:38 mark. UWS never got closer than 3 points the rest of the way as the Royals connected on 19 of 22 free throws and limited the Yellow Jackets to just 34.8% shooting in the game. Individually, UWS was led by Rocco Paulson, who scored 15 points on 5 of 9 shooting. Tomer, meanwhile, finished with 12 points and 10 rebounds while going 5 of 11 from the floor in that defeat against Bethel. Meanwhile, St. Mary's comes here with a record of 1-10 overall. Nick Bobbs in his first season at the helm of the Cardinals program. They snapped their 10-game losing streak to open the season with their first victory of the year and their last time out, defeating UW Stout 73-67. That game was also played on December 20th at David R. Tice Arena down in Winona, Minnesota. In that contest, the Cardinals limited the Blue Devils to just 34.2% shooting in the opening half, on the way to taking a 37-29 lead into the intermission. In the second half, St. Mary's took their largest lead of the contest at 58-34 on a 3-pointer by Kai Brownham with 13:03 left in the contest. Stout managed to mounted a furious rally over the next 12 minutes, eventually cutting the deficit to 66-64 on Wesley and Boga's score with 1:15 remaining on the clock. But the Cardinals held on down the stretch thanks to going to 7 of 8 from the free throw line over the final 106 to seal the victory. For the game, St. Mary's shot 45.7% from the field as a team and had 4 players score in double figures. Reed Weckworth led the way for the Cardinals with 17 points on 4 of 11 shooting. John Palmer and Kai Brownham each finished with 15 points. Palmer connected on 5 of 8 from the field, while Brownham went 5 of 9 for the contest. Jackson Harvey, meanwhile, had a double-double in the middle for the Cardinals. He scored 13 points while grabbing a team-leading 14 rebounds in the contest. So that gives you a quick overview of where the two teams are at here heading in this non-conference contest here from the Mertz on this chilly Monday evening here in Superior. And with that being the case, we'll take one more quick break and then come back with more. We're going to look at the starting lineups for tonight's game. That's coming up in just a few minutes, so stick around for that. This is UWS men's basketball on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Matt Johnson back here at the Mertz. We're about 7.5 minutes away from the opening tip of this non-conference contest between the Yellow Jackets and St. Mary's, and we'll give the starting lineups for the two teams, beginning with the visitors. St. Mary's coming in, of course, from the Mayak down in Winona, Minnesota, the town in which St. Mary's is located. Here's their starting five for tonight's contest. Starting at guard, 6'1" sophomore from Rochester, Minnesota, Sawyer Markham. He comes in the game tonight averaging 8.4 points per game. Starting at another guard slot, 6'3" sophomore from also Rochester, Minnesota, is Reed Weckworth. He's the second leading scorer for the Cardinals. He averages 13.5 points per contest. Starting at another guard slot, 6'1" sophomore from Faribault, Minnesota, John Palmer. He comes in the game tonight averaging 7.1 points per game. Starting at a guard/forward slot, 6'5" freshman from Caledonia, Minnesota, Reed Klug. He's the Cardinals' leading scorer in the season, averaging 14.6 points per outing. And rounding out St. Mary's starting five, 6'8" sophomore from Winona, Minnesota at forward, Jackson Harvey. He averages 11.9 points per outing. So that's the starting five for St. Mary's. The Yellow Jackets will counter with this starting five. At the wing position, 6'3" junior from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Micah Young. He comes in the game tonight averaging 5.2 points per outing. Starting at guard, 6' senior from Kenosha, Wisconsin, Caden Lecce. He comes in the game tonight averaging 9.7 points per outing. Starting at guard, 6'1" native of Superior, Evan Bennett. He averages 10.5 points per game on the season. Starting at another wing slot, 6'5" sophomore from Mosinee, Wisconsin, Landon Tomer. He averages 6.7 points per game. And rounding out the Yellow Jackets starting five, 6'9" junior from across the bridge in Duluth, Rocco Paulson, former Duluth East Greyhound, comes in the game tonight averaging 10.5 points per game. So those are the starting lineups for the two sides. And with that being the case, we'll step aside for one more break before we come back for the official introduction of the two teams, the playing of the national anthem, and then eventually the opening tip of this contest between the Yellow Jackets and St. Mary's, sponsored by Barker's Island Inn. That's coming up in about 5 minutes. This is Yellow Jacket men's basketball on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. So the national anthem has been played. The two teams have been introduced as the lights come back on, and we're moments away from getting this one underway between the Yellow Jackets and the Cardinals. A couple of series notes between these two. St. Mary's won the only previous matchup between these two teams, which took place back on December 28th of 2021 at South Point Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, as part of the D3Hoops.com Classic. In that contest, the Cardinals edged the Yellow Jackets 83-78 behind 22 points from Raheem Anthony. UWS, meanwhile, was led by Eli Vogel with 19 points in that contest. Only one previous matchup between these two, and it was on a neutral floor out in Las Vegas as part of the D3Hoops.com Classic. The opening tip tonight, sponsored by Barker's Island Inn. Northern Wisconsin's Island Getaway is controlled here by the Cardinals, and we are officially underway. Again, thank you for joining us. Matt Johnson, joined by our entire production crew here at Yellow Jacket TV. My producer tonight, Evan Ludwig, along with me here for this one, as the Yellow Jackets on defense here to begin. Pass comes down to the right side. Here's Reed Weckworth into the corner now. Skip pass to the far side. 8 seconds to shoot here for St. Mary's on the first possession of the game. John Palmer now going left side. He lost his footing, and he will be called for steps as he went to the left side of the lane. Turnover gives the basketball back to the Yellow Jackets. UWS coming into this contest, averaging 63.9 points per game while giving up 70.2. St. Mary's, meanwhile, 68.1 points per contest while giving up 85.9. As Caden Lecce leads the Yellow Jackets in the front court. Pass comes down low. Getting inside was Landon Tomer. Misses the bunny. Gets his own rebound. Goes up and lays it over the front of the rim for two. Landon Tomer gives the Yellow Jackets a 2-0 lead here. And St. Mary's now into the front court, or on their way to the front court. Sawyer Markham playing point here for the Cardinals, who are in all red here. The Yellow Jackets in their customary home whites with the gold and black trim as the pass comes out on top. Jump shot is up. That one taken by Jackson Harvey. Is out the front rim. No good. Rebound grab by Tomer. Yellow Jackets off and running back the other direction with Evan Bennett. Bennett now for the Yellow Jackets. Little swing at left side. Here's Tomer, left side wing. Off in the corner now. It's Micah Young. Down low, left side block. Rocco Paulson with the spin move goes up over the top of Harvey and lays it in for two. Rocco Paulson with a nice move with the right hand. Jump hook inside gives the Yellow Jackets a quick 4-0 lead. And St. Mary's into the front court now. Here's Sawyer Markham. Markham going right side now, picks up his dribble. Kicks it back out on top. Here's John Palmer. Now Harvey out on top. Swinging for Weckworth now into the corner. On the baseline now, stepping inside, going up for the shot. Having it blocked was Reed Klug. And off the block shot, the Yellow Jackets back to their direction, leading it by 4. Here's Lecce. Lobbing it now. Here's Paulson, left side block. Rocco Paulson now against Harvey. Goes up with the left hand, misses the shot inside. Ball's knocked out of play, and it'll be St. Mary's basketball here with 18:04 remaining in the opening half. Jackets off to a nice start here so far, defensively especially. As the pass comes in now for St. Mary's into the hands of John Palmer, and Palmer now will come into the front court. Palmer, the 6'1" sophomore from Faribault, Minnesota, will kick a pass now out on top. They'll swing it for Harvey. Now on the left side, Sawyer Markham. Markham for St. Mary's. They swing it now right side. Here's Weckworth with it. Reed Weckworth now, back for Palmer. Palmer steps inside the arc, goes up for the jump shot, 18 feet on the right baseline, and knocks it down for two. And it's 4-2 your score. Early going in this one is Lecce into the front court now for the Yellow Jackets. We'll swing it right side now. This is Evan Bennett. Now it's Micah Young, back for Bennett. Bennett now spinning around the defender, goes all the way to the lane, flips up a shot with the left hand off the glass for two. Nice controlled move there by Evan Bennett. He has his first 2 points, and the Jackets back up by 4. Palmer in the front court now, coming down the baseline. His shot off the glass, no good. Rebound claimed there by Bennett. And the Jackets now with Lecce will come into the front court. So like I said, quick start here for the Yellow Jackets. Came out of the break. Both these teams had 9-day breaks with the Christmas holiday. Young now on the right side. Swing it now. Here's Caden Lecce going down low now. Rocco Paulson against Harvey. Coming inside, flips up a shot off balance, off the glass. That was no good. Rebound cleared by Harvey. And back the other direction now, into the front court. It's Markham. Left side, Weckworth. He'll go up and knock down the three-point shot. Exactly half of his shots and also half of his makes come from beyond the arc. And Weckworth's three makes it a 6-5 contest as UWS in the front court. Tomer, top of the key, will swing it left side. Now back for Caden Lecce, right side. Lecce now for the Yellow Jackets, stepping through. He gets a nice pass down low, going up and under and laying it in for two. On the reverse is going to be Rocco Paulson. Paulson has 4 points. And the Jackets back up now 8-5. So good action to start this one. 4 minutes into the opening half. Jackets up by 3. That's Weckworth now, out on top. Now Klug will fire from 3, and he'll knock it down. Reed Klug with the look from out on top. His triple makes it an 8-8 contest. Couple of three-point makes here for the Cardinals in the last couple of possessions. UWS in the front court now. Here's Micah Young out on top. Tomer picking up his dribble. Now back. Here's Young. Gets stripped to the basketball now by Klug, who's off on a one-on-one, goes all the way in and lays it in. And a timeout going to be called here by the Cardinals. They've scored the last 8 points, and then I'll have a 10-8 lead over UWS here. 15:35 remaining, opening half. By the way, fans, if you can't get enough of the Yellow Jackets, tune into Eye of the Swarm, the official podcast of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Join John Garber and myself throughout the years. We sit down with Yellow Jacket student athletes, coaches, and other guests. Eye of the Swarm is available on uwsyellowjackets.com/podcast, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcasts. UWS after today will be next in action this coming Friday at McAllister down in St. Paul. That'll be a 4 p.m. opening tip against the Scots. They'll next be at home a week from this coming Saturday, taking on Bethany Lutheran in UMAD conference action. That'll be January 10th, 4:45. The opening tip, tentative start time there, 4:30 the pregame with yours truly. That'll be a joint broadcast on 91.3 FM KUWS locally and also on Yellow Jacket TV as well. In the meantime, the Yellow Jackets in the front court out of the timeout now are Nick Nordon in for the first time for UWS, as is Andrew Beers. The Cardinals have also made a couple of substitutions as Kenny Garth in the game for the Yellow Jackets has passed down low, knocked away, and into the front court. Now here's Palmer in transition. Now out on top, Abraham Kamara in for the first time for the Cardinals, as is Josh Wohlers. They swing now Weckworth. He'll fire from three-point range. Off the front rim, no good. Rebound cleared there by UWS's Evan Bennett. And the Yellow Jackets into the front court. Lecce. Taking a pass now. Here's Bennett. Nordon left side. Freshman Nick Nordon picks up his dribble. His pass to the outside picked off by Kamara, and that'll be an easy 2, or it should be here for Kamara. Might have gotten away with a travel or perhaps a carry. That's what Coach Greg Polkowski was talking to the referee about. But now it's 10 straight for the Cardinals, and they're up by 4 at 12-8. Now Bennett coming down the middle of the lane, flips up a shot. That's off the glass, no good. Rebound cleared by Kai Branham, who's in for the first time. And into the front court now. Here's Kamara. Kamara will hand it off now for Branham. Now they'll go left side. Here's Weckworth. Check it, it's John Palmer. Palmer now finding Reed Weckworth. Into the corner now. Here's Kamara looking down low. Instead, he'll skip it to the far side. Wohlers getting a step, goes all the way inside, loses the handle on the basketball as he tried to finish at the rim. Loose ball for Evan Bennett. The Jackets now with Lecce. In the corner now, here's Beers. Andrew Beers for UWS. Kenny Garth right side. He'll line up a three-point shot. That's long off the back rim, no good. Rebound tracked down by Weckworth. And so a lid on the basket now for the Jackets after a good start. 10 straight now to the Cardinals. Now make it 13 straight as Kamara knocks down the 3 right side on the wing, and it now is 15-8. St. Mary's now up by 7. Lecce in the front court. Nordon right side now. Here's Evan Bennett. Bennett now out on top. Nordon. He'll hand it off. Evan Bennett, top of the key. Puts the ball on the deck against Palmer. Now comes right side. Goes up with a shot. That's off the glass. That's no good. Rebound cleared again by Palmer. And after that hot start, the Jackets have cooled off significantly. Now is Kamara on the front court. Now Palmer. And out on top, Wohlers. He'll swing it right side. Bounce pass now on the wing. Here's Branham. Kai Branham. Backing down low against Beers. Kicks it to the corner now. Pass was a little bit too tall, however, for Palmer, who came down on the sideline as he went up for the pass. And the turnover gives the basketball back to the Yellow Jackets as Gage Brady will check in. He'll take out Lecce. 13:04 remaining, opening half. And at halftime, we will have our first half summary. Look at the first half stats. We'll also catch you up on everything going on with the Yellow Jacket Athletics as we begin the second half of the athletic calendar here for the academic year of 25-26. That's all coming up at the half. That'll be sponsored by Hovland Incorporated as the Jackets now turn this basketball over on the baseline. And coming back the other way now is Weckworth. Right side on the pass. Branham. Out on top now, Kamara. Kamara now, right side. They'll kick it for Palmer. Palmer now stepping inside, kicks it back outside now, Kamara. 10 seconds to shoot for St. Mary's. Kamara going right side. Flips a pass inside. Looking for Wohlers. Good defense by Nick Nordon to block the shot. Kenny Garth in transition back the other way. Now Evan Bennett will pull up for three. That one spins out. No good. Rebound Nordon. Gives it off Brady. Now Bennett flipping up a shot. Overlaid the basket, but will draw the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot two with 12:10 on the clock. Meanwhile, Hayden Quimby pops up off the Yellow Jacket bench, and he'll enter the game for the first time here at the next opportunity. As Bennett to the free throw line now for UWS. Jackets as a team shooting free throws at 69.9%. As for himself, Evan Bennett right now 13 out of 17 heading in the game today at 76.5% from the stripe. He knocks down the first one there. That stops the run. 15-9 now. St. Mary's now 15-10 as Bennett knocks down the second free throw. Quimby's going to check in now. He'll take out Bennett. UWS going to pick up full court here, it appears. Man-to-man press, at least that's what it looks like here at the start. Josh Wohlers will inbound now for St. Mary's. Pass comes in now for Kamara. Gets double teamed right at midcourt. Now he's going to have to call a timeout. The freshman tandem of Brady and Nordon getting in his way. And the timeout is whistled here with 12:04 remaining in the opening half. Jackets got out to a good start. That was 6-2 lead, 8-5 lead as well, but and the Cardinals came back, scored the next 10, went up 15-8, and then Bennett's two free throws a moment ago made it 15-10, and that's where we stand right now. Only one foul being called so far in the ball game. That against Wohlers on that last sequence that sent Bennett to the free throw line. Like I said, these two teams have only met once before, and it wasn't even in the upper Midwest area. It was over in Las Vegas as part of the T3Hoops.com Classic. It's a large tournament. It was hosted in Las Vegas. Might still be going on. I'm not quite sure. I haven't followed the tournament all that closely ever since the Yellow Jackets played in it a couple of years. And in the meantime, out of the timeout now, here's Kamara. Pass comes inside for Wohlers, right side. Now they cook it back out on top for Kamara. 8 seconds to shoot. Kamara stepping through, kicks it outside. Weckworth will fire from three. That one's off the front rim, no good. Rebound batted out in the arms of Sawyer Markham. And the Cardinals get another 20 seconds. Here's Markham now into the corner. Three-point shot is up. That one is off the front rim, no good. That one was taken by Brownham. Rebound grab by the Yellow Jackets, and now in the front court, here they come. Gage Brady. Kenny Garth now stepping through. Tried to dish a pass for the cutting Andrew Beers, but it was knocked out of play by Wohlers. It'll stay with the Yellow Jackets. In the meantime, Harvey will come back in. So will Klug. Paulson also going to check back in. He'll take out Nick Nordon for UWS. Trigger in now will come left baseline. Gage Brady will do the inbounding. Flips it in now for Paulson. Hands it back now for Brady. Gage Brady, inside out dribble. Pass comes out on top. Now they'll swing it for Quimby, right side. Now it's Beers putting it on the deck. Andrew Beers trying to step through. Free throw line jump shot now up for Rocco Paulson. Back rim and out. Tipped out of there in the arms of Paulson by Beers. Now 3-point shots up from Gage Brady. That's up the front rim. That's no good, and it'll be knocked out of play by Paulson. Jackets off those two misses. Now 4 for 13 to start the game from the field. St. Mary's now 6 out of 14. Also made half of their 6 3-point shots. Jackets so far taking the goose egg from beyond the arc at 0 for 3. Now Markham for St. Mary's. In the front court, pass comes out on top. Here's Jackson Harvey. Kamara left side. Now out on top, it's Markham. Markham now stepping through, gives it back for Harvey. Lost the handle out momentarily, now picks it back up, has stripped away by Garth, and we're going to say it will stay here with the Cardinals. They'll have 9 seconds to shoot. They'll inbound right in front of the Yellow Jacket bench below my broadcast location. It looks like it'll be Klug that'll inbound. Klug triggers it in now, Kamara. Kamara now putting it on the deck. Steps back, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds on the clock. Now getting stripped is Klug, and now it's Brady off in transition. He'll go in and lay it in on the breakaway for the freshman from Mora, Minnesota. Brady gets his first 2 points on the steal and bucket. 15-12 now your score. Jackets within 3. Here's Markham now in the front court. Pass comes left side. Here's Klug. Harvey. Kamara. Kamara now stepping through. His pass to the outside. That gets picked off. Intercepted by Andrew Beers. Turnover to the Yellow Jackets, and here's Garth. Right side now Brady going right at Klug. For Quimby, now Garth. Kenny Garth for the Yellow Jackets. Puts it on the deck. Now shovels a pass down low for Beers. Stepping through, goes up. Misses the bunny with the left hand. Rebound in the arms of Beers. Goes back up and lays it in for 2. Just muscled it over the top of Harvey for 2. Did Andrew Beers. And it's 15-14. Jackets within 1 now. UWS has scored the last 6 now to come within 1. On the right side now, here's Sawyer Markham. Now he loses the handle on it. Knocked out of play. Good defense played that time by Hayden Quimby to force the miscue. In the meantime, Bennett will come back in, as will Lecce, it looks like. Actually, check that. It's just going to be Bennett coming in. He'll take out Garth. 9 minutes, 20 seconds remaining, half number 1. Back and forth ball game thus far. Jackets got to a good start. St. Mary's ran off. 13 in a row to take a 15-8 lead. Now the Jackets within 1 at 15-14. Brady now out on top. He'll pop from the right side, and a nice soft jump shot from 15 feet away on the right. And it's now 16-15. In the front court now, Harvey. Jackets up by 1 as the pass comes left side. Now Markham. Now Klug, he'll fire from 3. That one's off to the right, no good. Rebound cleared by Beers. Now Hayden Quimby for UWS in the front court. Swing it now left side. Evan Bennett for the Yellow Jackets. Gives it out on top. Here's Hayden Quimby with the ball fake. Now he'll fire from 3-point range. That's off the back rim, no good. And the rebound collected now by Harvey. And back to their direction now. Here's Klug. Klug going right at Paulson. Scoop shot up and gets it to go down for 2. That's a nifty little move there by Reed Klug, the freshman from Caledonia. Leading scorer for the Cardinals, averaging 14.6. He now has 7, and it's 17-16. St. Mary's back up by 1. Right side now. Evan Bennett for the Jackets, giving off in the corner now. Here's Gage Brady. In the corner now, Beers. Now Bennett. Pass down low. Paulson got inside position against Harvey. Just turned and laid it in for 2. Rocco Paulson now has 6. The Jackets back up by 1. Markham into the front court. Now goes left side. John Palmer now on the wing. Out on top now Jackson Harvey here for St. Mary's. Swing it now left side. Here's Sawyer Markham. Markham. Harvey putting it on the deck. No spinning around Beers. Flips up a shot. That's off the right side of the rim. No good. Rebound bounding around. Picking it up as Klug. Now gets inside. Goes up and under. Lays it in for 2 and draws the foul. Wow, that was a tough move that time by Klug. Just stuck with it. Went up and under. Laid it in with the right hand. He's got 9. The foul going to be called on UWS's Andrew Beers. Beers will be his first. Just the second foul here this opening half. And Klug now at the line. He will shoot 1 here. And Klug's free throw is good. St. Mary shoots free throws very well as a team. Over 76% as a group. And Klug is the first player in double figures. He's got 10, and the lead is 2 for St. Mary's as Caden Lecce back in the front court. Goes left side now and loses the handle on the basketball. Turnover on the Yellow Jackets. It'll go back now to the Cardinals. With 7:09 remaining. Opening half. And our halftime programming will be sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. On our first half summary, look at the first half stats. Also catch you up on everything else going on with Yellow Jacket Athletics. All that coming up a little over 7 minutes from now. In the meantime, here's Sawyer Markham now for St. Mary's into the front court, going left side with the pass. Klug. Handing off now, Palmer on the cut. 16-foot jump shot is up and no good. Offensive rebound was grabbed by Kai Branham. And the Cardinals now with another chance at it here. Skip pass now. Finds its way now for Markham. Out on top. 3-point shots up from Klug. That's off the front rim. No good. Rebound grab by Micah Young. Now Caden Lecce. Bennett. Paulson. Left side block. Now spinning with the right hand. Goes up and lays it in for 2. Rocco Paulson now has 8 points, and we're tied up again, 20 apiece. Klug against full court pressure. Flips it in the front court now for Markham, left side. Markham on the dribble. Looking down low, gives it out inside. Here's Weckworth going up for 3, wide to the right, no good. Rebound grab by Evan Bennett. Chance for UWS to retake the lead as Lecce in the front court. That's in the corner now for Young. Tomer also back in. Jackets with the original starting 5 as the pass comes left side block. Going up is Paulson, missing the bunny with the left hand, gets his own rebound. Then his pass across the lane gets picked off. And then turning it right back over is Branham. Now Lecce. Handing it off. Bennett on the curl. Fires from 3. That's off the back rim. No good. Tomer will track down the offensive rebound. Now it's Lecce. Landon Tomer. Now for Lecce. Caden Lecce. Paulson now with 8 seconds to shoot. Lecce coming off the pick. Comes inside. Tried to go up with the shot, and they're going to call him for a travel. Gotten a little bit too deep. Dragged his pivot foot before he tried to go up with the shot. And so the basketball will go back over now to St. Mary's as Nordon comes back in. He'll take out Paulson. Emil Kamara is back into the contest for the Cardinals. Klug will inbound here. He's the leading scorer in the game with 10. Paulson, meanwhile, leading the Yellow Jackets with 8. Kamara now over for Klug. And now Klug in the front court. Comes all the way down the lane. Flips a pass down to the corner looking for Palmer and ran out of real estate. Got a little bit too deep. Did Klug tried to flip to the corner for Palmer, and the pass was off the mark. Palmer trying to save it in, but could not do so. And Nordon now will trigger it in here for Lecce. Go under 5 minutes remaining. First half. Lecce out on top for Landon Tomer. Now left side, it's Nick Nordon. Young, 3-point shots up now from Tomer. That's long off the back rim, no good. Tomer with the rebound. Now Nordon. He'll step back. He'll fire from 3 in the corner and knock it down. Nick Nordon with the triple. And Nordon gives the Yellow Jackets a 23-20 lead. Palmer in the front court now. Out on top. Here's Kai Branham. Branham going left side now with the pass for Palmer. Now Weckworth in the corner. Now Kamara. And I think they're going to call him for maybe stepping on the sideline. Either way, it'll be a Yellow Jacket basketball off the turnover. And we have a timeout on the court here. 4:21 remaining, first half. Jackets now 10 for 24 from the field. Cardinals 8 out of 21. UWS 1 for 6 from beyond the arc. Cardinals are 3 for 10. Jackets 2 for 2 from the stripe. St. Mary's 1 for 1. UWS, by the way, in the rebounding, dominating the action right now, 17-8, including 7-3 on the offensive glass. UWS with 7 turnovers, while St. Mary's has 8. And we talked about the individual leaders here so far in this one. Klug leading all scorers with 10 points. He's 4 for 7 from the field. Meanwhile, for UWS, Rocco Paulson 4 for 8 for his 8 points. Jackets so far have had 6 different players score in the first half, while St. Mary's has only had 4. Half of their total coming from Reed Klug. From the same hometown as former Yellow Jacket Andrew Cornelius. Caledonia, of course, known for their basketball. One of the top programs in small town Minnesota basketball for sure. One of the top programs, in fact, in the state period. It is Caledonia. And Klug continuing that tradition for sure here, it looks like. Just a freshman. It's a young squad this year for Nick Bobb in his first season. Just 2 seniors on the roster, one of which is Kai Branham, who we've seen in the first half, but everybody else has eligibility after this year remaining, so Rebuild something, I guess, at St. Mary's. It's kind of the same boat the Yellow Jackets are in, for that matter, as we start the possession here for UWS out of the timeout. Bennett out on top. The ball on the deck now. The ball stripped momentarily. Now a pass comes for Lecce. 10 seconds to shoot. Lecce coming down on the right side. Bounce pass comes outside. Now here's Nordon. Steps inside the arc, goes up for the jump shot from 16 feet and rails it home for 2. Nick Nordon now has 5 points, and that's the Jacket lead, 25-20. 3:48 remaining. Half number 1 here from the Mertz. If you're safe and warm wherever you may be watching from, it is certainly very, very cold here in Superior at the moment. As into the front court now, here are the Cardinals. Pass coming down low for Weckworth. Good defense there. On the help side by Micah Young to strip it away from Reed Weckworth, and now the Yellow Jackets coming back the other direction. Pass inside, Landon Tomer. Nordon getting a step, coming inside, goes up high off the glass and gets it to go down for 2. Nick Nordon with 7 points. The last 7, in fact, for the Yellow Jackets. They've run off 9 in a row, and they lead it 27-20. Here's Weckworth now on the right side. Pass comes down low for Kai Branham. Branham now against Bennett. Goes up, leaves the shot short. No good. Rebound cleared by Bennett. Evan Bennett for the Yellow Jackets in the front court. Tomer on the left side now. Here's Lecce. Nordon, bounce pass on the baseline. Here's Tomer against Klug. Stepping inside, goes up with the half hook with the right hand and gets it to go down for 2. And Landon Tomer has 4, and the Jackets now have run off 11 in a row and lead at 29-20. Here's Kamara now for St. Mary's as he comes into the front court. Branham out on top. Now he'll swing it right side. Here's Reed Weckworth. Putting it on the deck. Now going on the baseline. Had slapped away. Good defense again. This time by Micah Young to create the steal. Jackets back the other direction. Lecce now. Nice pass down low. Here's Tomer. Double teamed on the baseline. Kicks it back. Bennett teeing up a 3-point shot. That one's off the front rim. No good. Tipped up and in, though, by Landon Tomer. Got inside position. And UWS now has run off 13 in a row and now leads at 31-20. So we go under 2 minutes remaining, half number 1. Pass comes in now for Palmer. Palmer in the front court, and we're going to have a foul called now on Evan Bennett. That'll be just the 3rd foul of this first half. So there ain't going to be much to talk about in terms of foul trouble here at the break, I can tell you that. 1:49 remaining in the first half. Very clean ball game here so far. And we'll have a trigger in now near sideline. John Palmer will do the honors here for the Cardinals. Back in is Wohlers as the pass comes in for him. Now Kamara on the outside. Abraham Kamara gives the pass out on top now for Harvey. They go left side. Here's Weckworth. Under 10 seconds to shoot. Now Harvey on the baseline. Back inside. Here's Wohlers rolling in the basket. He goes up and lays it in for 2. And that starts the Yellow Jacket run. Wohlers has his first 2, and the Jackets now up by 9, 31-22. Tomer. Left side now, Evan Bennett. Looking down low. Jackets also made another substitution, by the way. Nathan Dupree is in for the first time. Here's Lecce. Nordon, down low, Tomer. Against Harvey, goes up and under and lays it in for 2. A nice reverse move by Landon Tomer. He has 8 points. Jackets back up by 11 as we go under a minute remaining in the half, and now Evan Bennett will commit his 2nd personal as he ran headlong into John Palmer right in front of the Yellow Jacket bench on the pass. 3rd team foul on the Yellow Jackets. St. Mary's has committed just 1 foul in this game, that coming against Wohlers way back on Bennett's first 2 points of the ball game. As we go under a minute remaining in the half, now here's Kamara. Abraham Kamara gives it back out on top. Now here's Weckworth. And he'll hand it back outside now in Kamara. Has it stripped away now by Lecce. Caden Lecce now going in. Goes up with the left hand and lays it in on a half break. Caden Lecce now has his first 2 points. 35-22. Jackets by 13. UWS now continuing to pick up full court. Cardinals with Harvey. Down low now here's Wohlers. Trying to spin, goes up with the shot, off the glass, no good. Rising for the rebound is Tomer, and a foul going to be called on Harvey. And the Jackets, with 22.4 seconds left, now can play for 1. Rocco Paulson about to check in here. He's going to take out Nick Nordon, it appears. So a good start, then a bit of a lull for the Yellow Jackets, but a really strong last about 10 minutes here, and they're up by 13, could be more here as they come into the front court. Now Dupree, swing it now, here's Tomer. And now the pass going for Rocco Paulson, and a foul going to be called again on Harvey, excuse me. That'll be his second.
Also number 21, Jackson Harvey, that's his second,
13th foul.
Kai Branham back in with Cardinals.
Branham's going to come back in. He'll take out Harvey. Lecce will inbound now, right baseline. Shot clock is off. Clock hasn't started yet, and now they're going to probably take off another second or two. It's right now sitting at 10 exactly. Let's see what they decide to put on the clock. Yeah, 9.8. So UWS will now have an inbound right baseline. It'll be Evan Bennett. He will trigger it in. Pass comes in now for Lecce. Spinning now against Wohlers, goes up with a shot out the back rim, but gets it to drop through the basket for two. Nice soft touch by Lecce with the right hand. 37-22. Shot attempt by Wohlers as the first half ends. It comes up short, and the Yellow Jackets, after trailing 20-18, outscore St. Mary's 19-2 down the stretch of the half, and they will head into the intermission now holding a 37-22 edge in this non-conference contest here from the Merge. Jackets by 15 here at the break. We'll take a quick break as well and come back with our halftime programming sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. That's coming up right after this. This is UWS Men's Basketball on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. We're back here at Mertz Mortarelli Gymnasium. Halftime between the Yellow Jackets and St. Mary's finds UWS leading at 37-22. Halftime today sponsored by Hovland Incorporated, providing concrete masonry design to the Twin Ports and the surrounding area. Hovland Incorporated, 218-722-1662. Yellow Jackets in that first half as we jump into our first half summary and a look at these first half stats. Got to a fast start. Took leads of 6-2 and then 8-2 before a three-point shot from Reed Klug, the first of his 10 points in that first half, made it 8-5. And then St. Mary's went on to run off 13 in a row on the Yellow Jackets and actually took a 15-8 lead at one point. St. Mary's continued to hold a slight advantage at 20-18, but then the Yellow Jackets, with that score at 20-18, went on a 19-2 run down the stretch. And they end up, as a result of all that, taking a 37-22 lead here into the intermission as we look at these first half numbers. Jackets in that first half, 17 out of 33 from the field, so good shooting percentage for UWS, 51.5%. Jackets a little bit cold from beyond the arc, 1 for 7. 2 for 2 from the free throw line, but UWS also holding a sizable advantage in rebounding in that first half. We'll talk more about that in just a moment here. Meanwhile, St. Mary's 9 out of 24 in the first half, good for 37.5%. They were 3 for 10 from beyond the arc. And they combined 3 free throws in the opening 20 minutes between the two teams. But the Jackets, again, on that rebounding, 21-8 now the edge, including 9-3 on the offensive glass. So the Jackets have more offensive rebounds than the Cardinals have total rebounds here at the break, to give you an idea of how well the Yellow Jackets have done on the backboards here in this one. On top of that, the Yellow Jackets also have 10 assists to go with 17 turnovers, while St. Mary's has 5 assists to go with 11 turnovers in the first half. Individually, St. Mary's had the leading scorer in that opening 20 minutes in Reed Klug. He has 10 points so far on 4 for 7 shooting. 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. He's also made the lone free throw here for the Cardinals in that first half, with 2 rebounds to go along with a steal and an assist as well. For St. Mary's, though, only 4 other players combined to score 12 points, and those players were Abraham Kamara, who has 5 points. He's 2 for 2 and hit a 3 in there as well. 3 points for Reed Weckworth here so far, and 2 points each for Palmer and Wohlers for the Cardinals, and that's it as far as the scoring goes for St. Mary's. Meanwhile, the Yellow Jackets much more balanced. Got points from 7 different players in the first half. 2 players with 8 points each. Landon Tomer on pace for another double-double. He had a double-double in the loss against Bethel last time out, had 12 and 10. He's on pace to do better than that tonight. 8 points, 5 rebounds for Tomer after one half of basketball. He's 4 for 6 from the field. Rocco Paulson, 8 points as well on 4 for 8 shooting. Jackets taking advantage of a height mismatch in the middle. Nick Nordon off the bench also with 7 points for the Yellow Jackets. 4 points so far for Caden Lecce and Evan Bennett. 4 points for Gage Brady. And 2 points for Andrew Beers in that first half. Meanwhile, in terms of foul trouble, we talked about the fact there weren't a lot of fouls. Only 6 total fouls called in that opening 20 minutes. Players that are in foul trouble. Jackson Harvey so far for St. Mary's. He has 2 of their 3 personals. Meanwhile, on the Yellow Jacket side of things, 2 fouls so far for Evan Bennett, the other foul belonging to Andrew Beers. Meanwhile, St. Mary's other player with a foul was Josh Wohlers in that opening 20 minutes. So those are your numbers and your situation here. 20 minutes down between the Yellow Jackets and the Cardinals, 20 minutes to come. And we'll take a quick break. Again, your score here at the intermission. Yellow Jackets 37, St. Mary's 22. We'll come back with more, including our Yellow Jacket Sports Summary. That's coming up right after this. This is UWS Men's Basketball on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Matt Johnson back here at the Mertz as our halftime programming, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated, continues. Yellow Jackets leading it by 15 here at the break. And we'll jump into our Yellow Jacket sports summary here as we get ready again for the second half of the athletic campaign here for the academic year of 2025-26. Women's basketball in action this weekend. They're now sitting at 2-9 overall after today's action. They lost their fourth straight game last night at the 2025 UW Oshkosh BSN Winter Classic, falling to Ripon 71-50 in the turning opener at the Oshkosh Arena down in Oshkosh. In that contest, the Yellow Jackets shot 29.8% and committed 30 turnovers while getting outscored 20-10 in the first, 21-18 in the second, and 15-11 in both the third and fourth quarters on the way to taking the loss. Individually, UWS is led by Hope Carlson with 16 points on 4 of 9 shooting from the field and 7 of 10 shooting from the free throw line. Colleen Cloud, meanwhile, added 10 points while going 3 of 5 from the field and making 4 of her free throws, all 4 of her free throws, in that one. Jackets closed out that tournament, by the way, by playing the number 3 ranked team in the country, UW Oshkosh, the hosts, earlier this afternoon, and fell by the final score of 68-41. Charlotte Firstel and Megan Schaefer each had 10 points in that loss to the Titans. So the Yellow Jackets now at 2-9 will be next in action coming up on New Year's Eve right here at the Mertz. They'll take on Carleton for the second time this season, one of the 2 teams the Yellow Jackets have beaten so far this season. That'll be a game right here on Yellow Jacket TV. 1 p.m. the opening tip there at 12:45, the pregame. They'll next be on the radio, by the way, this coming Saturday the 3rd, taking on Lawrence here at the Mertz. 1 p.m. the opening tip there at 12:45. That'll be a joint broadcast with yours truly here on 91.3 FM KUWS and on Yellow Jacket TV. Meanwhile, women's hockey now 1-10 overall, 1-2 in the WIAC. They're currently on a 7-game losing streak, including dropping a 4-1 decision to Concordia Moorhead in non-conference action on Saturday, December 13th to close out the first half of their season. That game was played at the Moorhead Sports Center down in Moorhead, Minnesota. In that contest, the Yellow Jackets' lone goal came from Eiley Dahl off assists from Ashton Parnell and Taylor Marks at 17:39 of the second period. For the game, the Cobbers held a 38-26 edge in shots on goal. Jada Moyer went all the way in goal for UWS, making 34 saves to take the loss. Their next in action is coming Friday the 2nd, so just after the new year, taking on St. Benedict down the street at Westman Arena. 7 p.m. the opening faceoff, 6:45 the pregame. That'll be a joint broadcast on 91.3 FM KUWS and Yellow Jacket TV. John Garber will be on the lead vocals for that one. Men's hockey, meanwhile, closes out the first half of their campaign at 7-5-1 overall, 3-3 in the WIAC. They won their last 2 games, including posting a 6-3 victory over Beloit in Game 2 of their WIAC Conference Series way back on December 13th at Woodman Center down in Janesville. In that contest, the Yellow Jackets got 2 goals from Colin Pedersen and additional tallies from Justin Dauphiné, Carson Rill, A.J. Reed, and Austin Paul to sweep the Buccaneers. For the game, UWS held a 45-19 edge in shots on goal. Kobe Grant and Jack Boschert splitting time in goal to make 16 saves and get the victory. Their next in action this coming Wednesday, a week from this coming Wednesday, January 7th, taking on Beloit for the 3rd straight time. Odd start time there. 7 p.m. the opening face-off down at Westman Arena. Down the street, 6:30 the pregame. That'll be a joint broadcast with John Garver again on 91.3 FM KUWS and on Yellow Jacket TV. And last but not least, men's and women's indoor track and field last competed at the CSS Early Bird hosted by St. Scholastica across the bridge at Burns Wellness Commons in Duluth. For full results on that, you can go to uwsyellowjackets.com. They're next in action on Saturday, January 17th, so a few weeks from now. And both teams host the Twin Ports Open across the hall over at Lydia Thiering Fieldhouse. For full results on that event, you can also go to uwsyellowjackets.com. So that's your Yellow Jacket Sports Summary as we close out our halftime programming. Sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. We'll take one more quick break and then come back for the start of the second half of this contest between the Yellow Jackets and the Cardinals. That's coming up in about 3 minutes. This is UWS Men's Basketball on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMass Sports Network. Matt Johnson back here as we're just under a minute away from the start of the second 20 minutes between UWS and St. Mary's. Again, a quick reminder, Jackets will be next in action this coming Friday the 2nd at McAllister down in St. Paul. They'll be taking on the Scots for a 4 p.m. opening tip in St. Paul. They'll next be at home a week from this coming Saturday, the 10th, taking on Bethany Lutheran. Again, that'll be game 2 of a doubleheader, by the way. That'll be a joint broadcast with yours truly on 91.3 FM KUWS and on Yellow Jacket TV. 4:45 the opening tip, 4:30 the tentative start time, or pregame time, for that one. Our next broadcast, meanwhile, of Yellow Jacket Sports here on Yellow Jacket TV will come up on New Year's Eve when women's basketball returns home to take on Carleton. That'll be a 1 p.m. opening tip against the Knights. And a 12:45 pregame here on Yellow Jacket TV. So check us out for that one. In the meantime, buzzer sounds bringing the halftime intermission to a close. The Cardinals are already out on the court here. And the Yellow Jackets about to join them out there. UWS outscoring St. Mary's 19-2 on the stretch of that first half, and now lead it by 15 as the second 20 minutes is getting ready to start. The Jackets look like they will inbound first here. Both teams with their original starting 5 out there here to begin the second 20 minutes. For the Jackets, that means it's Young, Lecce, Bennett, Tomer, and Paulson. For the Cardinals, that's Markham, Weckworth, Palmer, Klug, and Harvey. And Tomer inbounds it, and we are officially underway. Second half, Jackets up 37-22. Mikey Young now left side for UWS. Pass comes out on top. Now Caden Lecce on the right-hand dribble. Bounce pass down low now. Tracking it down is Paulson. Back outside for Lecce. Repositioning is Paulson. Gets the pass now. Right side block against Harvey. Turns inside. Lost the handle on the basketball. And now Harvey will grab it. And he'll hand it off now for Sawyer Markham. Markham for St. Mary's into the front court now. Left hand. Now right-hand dribble. Backdoor cut now going up and under. And laying it in for 2 is Palmer. That was a nice three-way passing play that time. Harvey able to find Palmer cutting down the right side. He went up and reversed it home for his second 2-point field goal. 37-24 now. Jacket lead at a baker's dozen. That's coming down the right side now. Lecce. Right side now. It's Micah Young. Now Bennett. 10 seconds to shoot. Paulson out on top. Now he'll hand it off. Here's Bennett. Evan Bennett for the Yellow Jackets. Now spinning inside. Flips up a half hook with the right hand and gets it to go down for 2. Evan Bennett now has 6 points, and the Jackets back up by 15 now. 39-24. Here's Sawyer Markham now. Coming across the Yellow Jacket logo at midcourt. Going right down the right side of the lane. Flipped the shot up off the glass. That's no good, but the foul going to be called on Caden Lecce. And it'll result in free throws here now for Sawyer Markham. 2 free throws now. Talked about St. Mary's in that first half. As a team, 76.3% from the free throw line. That's outstanding. Markham, 71.4%. And his first free throw is good. And look at their squad. Just about everybody shoots 70% or better. Only a couple players below that in the regular rotation. Second free throw is up and good as well. So Markham knocks down both free throws, 39-26. As Lecce into the front court now goes left side. Paulson top of the key, right side now, Micah Young. Young for the Yellow Jackets going down the baseline against Weckworth. Gets cut off, kicks it out now for Paulson. Now left side, here's Lecce. Caden Lecce going down the middle, flips up a shot, had it partially blocked by Jackson Harvey, and now St. Mary's on a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Pulling up is Palmer. He'll fire for 3. That's no good. Rebound grabbed by Tomer. And the outlet now finds Caden Lecce. Lecce. Paulson. Now he'll tee up a 3. That one's off the front rim. No good. And it'll be a dead ball rebound to the Cardinals. Klug will inbound. Jackets going to pick up full court here. 18:02 left now in regulation. Pass comes in now. Here's Markham. Sawyer Markham now against the double team. Comes across the timeline. Finds Weckworth going on the baseline. Weckworth going up with the shot. Left it short. Rebound off the miss for Rocco Paulson. Now Young in transition. He'll fire a high arcing three. That's up the front rim. No good. Rebound fought for underneath. And we're going to have a jump ball called. And it should be St. Mary's possession here, I would think, on the alternating possession. And it will be. And UWS is still going to pick up full court here, it appears. Klug will inbound. He had 10 points in the first half to lead all scorers as he triggers a pass in now from Markham, right side. Now Markham back for Klug. Klug into the front court. Harvey. And right side now Weckworth. Palmer now. Except now Markham. Pass to the middle, flipping up the shot. Off the mark, no good, was Weckworth. From in close, the rebound off the miss for Bennett. Lecce now, Evan Bennett out on top, Landon Tomer. Now Bennett looking down low. Paulson lost his footing, but they're going to call a foul here on Harvey as their legs got tangled up, and Nick Bob doesn't like the call. He came up off the bench complaining vociferously on that one, but it will be Harvey's third personal. He's the first player on either team with 3 fouls, and now Bennett will inbound left baseline. Bennett going in the corner now. Here's Tomer against Weckworth now. Coming out on top, Lecce. Now Paulson inside against Harvey. Missed the shot. Off the mark, no good. Rebound grab, though, on the offensive glass by Tomer, and now he'll draw another foul, and I think that might be the 4th on Harvey, and it is. Jackson Harvey now has 4 personal fouls. That's a big call with 16 minutes and 52 seconds remaining here, and Tomer goes to the free throw line to shoot 2. St. Mary's not very big. Tomer's first free throw is short. Harvey far and away their tallest player. Kai Brownham at 6'6" now is going to have to log some extra time, as is 6'5" freshman Josh Wohlers. Second free throw for Tomer. That spins out, no good. And then the rebound off the hands of Wohlers out of play, and it'll be Yellow Jacket basketball. Nick Nordon back in now for UWS. Caden Lecce will inbound now right baseline. Lobs it in for Nordon out on top. Now Micah Young. Tomer inside now. Picking up his dribble. Lecce in the corner. Young, another high arcing three-point shot. This time it's good. From the corner, Micah Young with the triple. 42-26. Jackets now up by 16. This is their largest lead of the game. Markham into the front court now for St. Mary's. Pass comes right side now. Here's Brownham. Handing it off now, Palmer. Right side now, Markham. Bounce pass now, Brownham. Double team, kicks it to the corner. Three-point shots up from there from Wohlers. That's no good. Rebound grabbed out there by Lecce. Bennett in transition now, bounce pass. Here's Young. Micah Young now getting a step on Brownham. Head fake, goes up with a short shot with the right hand. No good. Rebound tapped out, and we're going to have a foul called, I think, on Tomer. That is Tomer's first. Jackets going to continue to pick up full court here. Very thin bench, by the way, for Coach Nick Bob. Doesn't have a lot of players even on the roster. In the meantime, now the Cardinals in the front court against the press, and there's the turnover. Brownham tried to snap a pass or flip a pass down low, intercepted by Micah Young as it was tipped. And the Jackets off the turnover now. Here's Bennett. Tomer now out on top. Tomer. Now he turns it over as he got stripped of the basketball by Sawyer Markham. Markham back the other direction, goes all the way, flips up a shot, overlaid the basket, but will draw the foul. So a few minutes here of lackluster play, I would say, by the two sides. Foul's going to be on Tomer. That'll be his second. And 2 more free throws here for Sawyer Markham. First free throw for Markham spins out, no good. Beers is going to come back in for UWS. Mitchell Hill checking in for the first time here for St. Mary's. He'll take out Reed Klug. One more coming now for Markham, who's 2 for 3 from the stripe. Second one is up and good. 42-27. 15-point lead. Matches what the Jackets had at the break. Here's Lecce now into the front court for UWS. Kicking it out. Nordon out on top. Head fake goes right down the lane. Flips up a shot. Gets it to go down for two and will draw the foul. Foul might be on Branham. Yeah, but it will be on Branham. That'll be his first. Good recognition there by the freshman Nordon. Going right at the shorter Branham and then drawing the foul as he laid it in with the right hand. Nordon now has 9 points. Aiden Quimby back in, by the way, for the Yellow Jackets, as Nordon's free throw is up and good. UWS now up by 18, 45-27, as the pass comes in now for Markham, right side. Wohlers now for Palmer, and the Cardinals into the front court. In the corner now, here's Mitchell Hill. And St. Mary's now will back it out here. Right side now, pass comes on top. High arcing three is up by Branham. That's off the front rim, no good. Rebound cleared there by the Yellow Jackets, Hayden Quimby. And Quimby into the front court. Quimby. Now Nordon handing it off. Here's Evan Bennett now spinning through. Trying to flip a pass down low. Threw it behind the intended recipient, Andrew Beers. As he was cutting in from the left side. Turnover on the Yellow Jackets. Kenny Garth is going to come in. He'll check out Evan Bennett. Wohlers will inbound it now right side. Here's Sawyer Markham. Markham for St. Mary's. Flips the pass in the front court. Here's Palmer. Now down low. Stepping inside is Branham, and he'll lay it in for two. 45-29. Jackets up by 16. Here's Gage Brady, who just checked in back into the ball game, coming left side, and now a foul going to be called on Wohlers down low. And the Jackets really attacking the rim here, and that's really put the Cardinals at a disadvantage here. As Brady at the free throw line, he had 4 points in the first half. And his first free throw is long off the back rim, no good. Klug's going to come back in now for the Cardinals. He's going to check out Sawyer Markham. Back in for St. Mary's, number 11, Klug. One more free throw here for Brady. And that one is good. Gage Brady now has 5 points. It's 46-29. Palmer now against full court pressure. Comes in the front court, lost the handle on the basketball. Now it's on the deck. Brady came out there with it. Now he's being harassed over there, and Brady, that's a heads-up play there. There were a couple of Cardinals reaching for that basketball. He just threw it hard off of Mitchell Hill and out of play to give the basketball to UWS. That's a heady play there by the freshman from Mora. And now the officials are talking it over. Maybe we will have a replay here, or a referee's check of the replay here. Oh, they're going to put 26 on the shot clock here. They're going to say the Yellow Jackets were in possession that entire time. So that's the reason for the conversation. In the meantime, Garth will trigger it in, and Brady, after creating the turnover, comes into the front court. Now Brady. Right side for Quimby. Garth now out on top. Backdoor cut. Here's Aiden Quimby. Quimby for the Yellow Jackets. Garth. Shovels the pass down low. Now Beers fumbled it momentarily. Now picks it back up. Angle was too sharp for him, however, and he misses the layup. Rebound the miss for Wohlers. Now Wohlers in the corner. Hill open. He'll fire from three-point range. That one overshoots everything. Rebound grab by Beers. Now Brady in transition. Quimby coming down the lane. Hayden Quimby all the way to the rim, and he flips it up for two. 48-29, Jackets by 19 now. Here's Palmer for the Cardinals coming across the timeline. Now he loses the handle on the basketball. And they're going to call a foul just as Brady ripped that ball away. And it's going to be on Gage Brady. Number 13, Gage Brady. Markham's going to come back in here. 13 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. By the way, Yellow Jacket fans, get the same gear the Yellow Jackets wear by visiting the Yellow Jacket apparel and merchandise store. Browse the latest styles of gear, including shirts, shorts, sweatshirts, outerwear, and more. The Yellow Jacket apparel and merchandise store can be found at uwsyellowjackets.com/shop. Cardinals out on top of the basketball. Here's Sawyer Markham going left side. Klug, he'll line up a three-point shot and knock it down. Klug's three makes it a 48-32 contest. Nordon now going left side. Quimby, Garth now on the right side. Garth looking down low. Now goes down low for Quimby. Cutting to the basket. He goes up and lays it in. Pretty feed there from Kenny Garth for the cutting Hayden Quimby. Quimby now has 4, and it's 50-32. Markham for St. Mary's in the front court. Klug open. He'll fire another three-point shot and rattle that one home. Klug now has 16. The lead is 15. Now Nordon against Wohlers coming down low. Kicks it out on top. Kenny Garth. Elbow jumpers off the mark, no good. Rebound grab by Klug. Outlet now for Wohlers. Now in the front court, Markham. Three-point shot is up now from Hill, and it's good. Mitchell Hill with the triple, and all of a sudden it's now a 12-point game. Cardinals have made 3 straight threes. Jackets have led by as many as 19. The lead right now at 12. 50-38. Here's Quimby. Gage Brady. Nordon. He'll try to answer with a 3 of his own. That's no good, but we're going to have a foul called on Wohlers as he came out a little bit late. And Nordon will go to the free throw line now to shoot 3. 15 foul on St. Mary's. 11:28 left to play here, second half. Nordon has 10 points in the ballgame to lead UWS. First free throw is up and short. Short-armed just a little bit, did the freshman. Plays high school basketball at Minnesota High School powerhouse Wyzetta, did Nick Nordon. Second free throw, and that one's too long. So he's gone too short and too long with his first 2. Paulson going to come back in now. Lecce also back in, as is Bennett. Beers, Brady, and Garth will check out. 2 short on the first free throw, 2 long on the second one. We'll see what Nordon comes up with here on number 3, and that one is good. Tomer's going to come back in. Nordon will check out. Nick Nordon now has 11 points. It's 51-38 lead here for UWS. As Wohlers inbounds it now for Hill. Now Wohlers gives it back, and here's Sawyer Markham. Markham in the front court, loses the handle on the basketball. Turnover on St. Mary's. Here's Bennett. Tomer coming down the middle of the lane. Flips up a shot and gets it to go through for 2. Stop touch there from Tomer. He has 10 points. Lead back up to 15. Now Wohlers. Hill. He's open. He'll fire another 3. That one's off the front rim. No good. Rebound grab by Tomer. Now Lecce. Caden Lecce for UWS. Pass comes right side. Now Quimby. Tomer. Quimby. Head fake. Goes left side now of the lane. Gets cut off by Hill. Bounce pass now, Rocco Paulson. Now Tomer. 10 seconds to shoot. Out on top now, Lecce. 5 seconds to shoot. Bounce pass now intended for Paulson. Knocked out of play by Branham. It'll be Yellow Jacket basketball, but they'll have 2 seconds to shoot. So they're going to have to get off something quickly here. Lecce. Bennett in the corner. Fires from 3. That one's off the back rim. No good. Rebound grab by Branham. Now the Cardinals back the other direction. Branham now left side on the pass. Here's Reed Klug. Ball fake now by Markham. Goes all the way to the rim and lays it in for 2. Sawyer Markham with the bucket. 53-40. Lecce now going right side. Here's Bennett. Caden Lecce putting it on the deck. Going down the lane, had his shot blocked away by Wohlers. Loose ball to Branham. Now Mitchell Hill in the front court. Picking up his dribble. Branham. Now he'll fire a high arcing three and knock it down. And all of a sudden, a timeout called here by the Yellow Jackets. St. Mary's on a nice little run here. Cut it to 10 with 9:36 left. Have you downloaded Swarm Central, the official rewards and loyalty app of the Yellow Jackets? Get started and receive 200 points just for registering and 200 more for downloading the app. Redeem your points for cool prizes in the Swarm Central store. Find Swarm Central in the Apple and Google stores today. Coach Greg Polkowski very animated in the huddle right now. Not happy with his team. Leaving some shooters open here in the last few moments, and St. Mary's in the second half. Shooting the long ball well here so far. Jackets, like I said, have led by as many as 19 in this game. Lead right now at 10. Jackets also trying to get their first win at home this season. 0-6 here at the Mertz. Rarity that the Yellow Jackets struggle that much here at home, but that's been the case here so far. Both these teams have picked up victories at the expense of UW Stout. Jackets picked up their first win of the season against the Blue Devils. 79-70. That game was played back on December 3rd. Meanwhile, we talked about St. Mary's getting their first win after 10 straight losses beginning the season against Stout. That was on December 20th. In the meantime, we come out of the timeout here, and Jackets still up by 10. St. Mary's, by the way, now 7 for 18 from three-point range. Jackets 2 of 11. And so far here in the second half, the Cardinals 7 for 14 and 4 for 8 from beyond the arc. The Jackets, meanwhile, 6 out of 16 and 1 for 4. They're also just 3 for 8 from the free throw line here in this first 10 minutes of the second half. On the timeout now, here's Paulson. Spinning, kicking it out on top. Bennett will fire from 3 with his feet set, and he'll knock it down. Big three-point shot there from Evan Bennett. He now has 9. Another Baker's dozen lead here for UWS at 56-43. Markham in the front court now. There's Branham. Another high arcing 3 from him, and that one is also good. Branham now has 8, and the lead back down to 10 again. St. Mary's really shooting the ball well here in the second half. Here's Lecce now, coming down low, kicking it right side. Here's Quimby. Lecce. Putting it between his legs now, kicks it to the corner. Now Quimby, he'll try to answer with a 3 of his own, and he does so. Hayden Quimby with the triple. 59-46. Teams trading three-point baskets here. Markham now in the front court. Coming off the screen. Kicking in the corner now. Klug, he'll fire from 3. That one's off the front rim this time. No good. Rebound cleared by Landon Tomer. 8 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. Second half. Jackets up 59-46. As Lecce, right side now Bennett. Bounce pass inside Paulson trying to go up for the shot. Had knocked away by Branham. It'll stay with UWS. Palmer's going to come back in now for the Cardinals. He'll take out Mitchell Hill, and the Jackets will have 16 seconds to shoot. And exactly 8 minutes left on the second half clock as Bennett triggers it in. Bennett now off the curl, looking down low. Bounce pass comes inside. Now here's Paulson against Branham. Coming inside, goes up with the left hand with a half hook and gets it to go down for 2 more. Paulson has 10, the lead at 15. Here's Palmer now in the front court. Branham on the right side. Turns and fires from 3 again. This time he misses one. Off the front rim, no good. Rebound cleared by Bennett. Quimby, and now he'll lay it off for Lecce. Kane Lecce. Tomer. Quimby. Pass down low now. Paulson, and he'll step out of play. The pass from Quimby just a little bit leading him toward the baseline, and Paulson couldn't tightrope it and keep his feet in. Off the turnover now, here's Markham. Pass left side now, here's Palmer. Now out on top, Branham with the head fake. It's around Paulson, 15-foot jump shot is up and good. Stop touch there from Kai Branham. He's got 10 points. He's played well here tonight. 61-48. Here's Lecce. Paulson now left side against Branham. Trying to back him down. Now spins. Shot out the glass. No good. Rebound bounding around. Tomer and Paulson nearly collide. Now kick it back out on top. Here's Lecce for three, and he knocks it down. Caden Lecce with the three. And we have a timeout on the court here. 64-48. Beers is going to come back in here. Good look there from Caden Lecce. He really carried the Yellow Jackets early in the season offensively. Right now, after that three-point make, he now has 7 points in the game. But the Jackets very balanced. Nordon leading the way with 11. Tomer and Paulson each with 10, and 9 so far for Bennett. Meanwhile, 7 each for Lecce and Hayden Quimby. So Greg Polkowski will be very happy with that. Jackets also 20 assists against just 10 turnovers. Coach Polkowski will like that number as well. 49.1% overall shooting the basketball. So the Jackets have been pretty efficient. The one area they have struggled a little bit is from the free throw line, just 5 for 10. And the rebounding numbers still very much also in favor of UWS. Jackets now with a 32-16 edge in total rebounding in the game. 11-3 on the offensive glass. Jackets actually had at halftime, they had one more offensive rebound than the Cardinals had total rebounds in the first half. Jackets are physically bigger than the Cardinals and certainly has shown itself on the backboards thus far in the ballgame. Jackets are actually physically bigger than most teams they play. It's a very long basketball team this year with Coach Greg Polkowski. We've talked about that also. Probably the tallest team he's had since he's been at UWS. As out of the timeout now. UWS leading at 64-48. St. Mary's in the front court. Out on top now, here's Branham. Kai Branham now going right side. Here's Wohlers. Now it's Klug on the baseline. His pass to the corner. Three-point shot. That one taken by Markham, and it's good. Sawyer Markham with the triple. He has 8. 64-51. Lecce out on top now. Tomer. They'll swing it now left side. Here's Quimby. Now Quimby putting it on the deck again. Bennett. Beers now on the left side baseline. Puts the ball on the deck now against Branham. Spins inside with the right hand. Gets it to rim around, no good. Trying to save it in now was Quimby. Trying to go up with the shot after the pass came in for him was Beers. And we're going to have a foul called on Branham, I think, down low. And that's, again, that size the Yellow Jackets have inside. By the way, Jackson Harvey with the 4 fouls is going to check in at the next opportunity. In the meantime, that's the 16th foul. And that'll send Andrew Beers to the free throw line now to shoot 2. And Beers' first free throw is good. Harvey's going to come back in. He will check out Branham. I think. He actually took out Wohlers here. Second free throw is good for Beers as well. 66-51. 5 minutes and change remaining here on this chilly Monday night in Superior. Jackets trying to get to 3-9 and trying to hand the Cardinals their 11th loss of the season. Palmer now. Here's Harvey out on top. Lobbing it now. Here's Klug. Klug now spinning around Quimby. Dishing a nice pass off and going up and laying it in is going to be Harvey. That's his first bucket of the ball game. 66-53. Lecce in the front court now. Quimby, Lecce. Now Bennett Evan Bennett going all the way to the cup. This is a layup with the right hand. Rebound grab by Harvey. Now Palmer for the Cardinals. In the corner, Branham. Now that pass from Palmer, knocked away by Beers, picking up his Lecce, and the foul going to be called here on John Palmer.
Cardinals number 5, John Palmer, his first.
That'll be his first 17 foul, which means the Yellow Jackets are in the Superior Water, Light, and Power bonus. Superior Water, Light, and Power, clean, reliable, superior. That's SWLP. Lecce now at the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1 here. And his first free throw is good. 8 points now for Caden Lecce. One more coming for the name of Kenosha, Wisconsin. Second one is up and good. Lecce now has 9, 68-53. And the balance has been really good for UWS tonight on the offensive end. As Markham into the front court now. Branham putting it on the deck. Looking down low now for Harvey. Pass comes out on top now for Palmer. Palmer off the screen by Branham. He'll fire from 3. That's off the back rim, no good. Rebound bounding around, grabbed by Harvey. Harvey now trying to spin against Beers. Flips up a shot with the right hand off the front rim, no good. Rebound cleared by Tomer. And now the Jackets don't have to be in any hurry as we go under 4 minutes left, leading it by 15. Bennett now left side, out on top. It's Andrew Beers. Now Lecce. Caden Lecce, Tomer. Now Beers. He'll fire away from 3. That one's off the rim, no good. Rebound grabbed out there by Klug. And now St. Mary's in transition with Markham. Outside Palmer. He'll fire from 3. That's off the front rim, no good. And the rebound again cleared by Tomer. And Tomer, very good rebounding player. We talked about this in the past as well. Now with a double-double. Now here's a turnover as it's Markham in the front court. Klug stepping through. His shot out the front rim, no good. He'll draw the foul, however, and it'll be 2 free throws now for Reed Klug. Foul called on Lecce. He'll be his second. 15 foul on the Jackets. As Klug at the line. First one is up and no good. Spun out. 3:16 remaining. Jackets 68-53 up. Now 68-54 as Klug knocks down the free throw. He's the leading scorer in the game with 17. Lecce now for UWS in the front court. Tomer getting it right side now. Here's Bennett. Tomer now out on top. Capable of hitting that shot. Doesn't take it, however. Now swings it right side. Micah Young, who's back in, goes all the way to the rim. Had his shot blocked by Harvey, and then it's knocked out of play off of Branham. Isn't that kind of night for St. Mary's? Cardinals already 0-3 in the MIAC this season. Triggering in now right side. It'll be Caden Lecce. Beers coming down low. Beers up and under. Goes up with the left hand. Rims it out. No good. Rebound grabbed by Beers. Kicks it back out. Now here's Young. Now the pass nearly picked off by Palmer. And then he fouls Evan Bennett right near the midcourt stripe. That'll be the 8th team foul against St. Mary's, and that'll send Evan Bennett to the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1 with 2:41 on the clock. UWS is led by as many as 19 in the ball game, but right now up by 14, led by 15 at the half. Closest the Cardinals have been is 10. As the free throw for Bennett is good. He's on the double figures with 10. 4 Jackets now in double figures. Second free throw, also good from Bennett. 70-54, UWS by 16. Pass comes in now for Markham. Markham now going right side, pass for Klug. Klug coming down low, lost the handle on the basketball, now flips the pass to nobody. And it will be Yellow Jacket basketball here with 2:25 remaining. And Klug just got a step on the baseline there and then tried to just flip it. Got a little under it, though, and flipped it over the top of his own bench. And now UWS in the front court with Bennett. Lecce out on top. Now they'll swing it for Micah Young. Backdoor cut. Now Tomer lost the handle on it. Made a nice cut. Couldn't handle the pass. And off the turnover, it's Kai Branham now for St. Mary's. On the left side, now it's Palmer. Out on top, Sawyer Markham. Markham putting the ball on the deck. Pass down low now. Here's Harvey going up with the shot and gets it to drop down for two. He's got 4. 1:48 remaining. 70-56. Been pretty comprehensive tonight for the Jackets. Had a bit of a lull early in the first half, but since then they've pretty much been in control. Now here's a nice feed from Evan Bennett going left side, dishing it off for Tomer, cutting on the right side, and he lays it in. Tomer now has 12. 72-56. Palmer, high arcing three now taken by Branham. That's way off. And it'll go out of play, and it'll be Yellow Jacket basketball here with 1:18 left. And UWS now looking like on their way to 3-9 on the season with this win. Mitchell Hill's going to come back in. He's going to take out Markham, who's probably done for the night here, I would guess. Tomer inbounding it against full court pressure now for Caden Lecce. Lecce now. Back for Tomer in the front court. In the corner now, Micah Young, and the Jackets now going to take some time off the clock here. No need, like I said, they probably don't even need to score again in this game. As we go under a minute remaining.
1 minute remaining.
In this one, Lecce putting it on the deck. 5 seconds to shoot. Beers will fire from 3. That one's good. Beers with the triple, 75-56. He has 7. All Palmer in the corner. Hill will fire from 3. That's no good. Rebound from Tomer. And he'll save it in here. And it'll be Evan Bennett in the front court. His pass knocked up in the air. Now he picks it back up. Goes all the way in and lays it in with the right hand for 2. He has 13. Half a minute now left in this one. 77-56 for the Yellow Jackets. 21-point lead, and going to be 3-9 here in about a half minute. Branham, high arcing 3. That one's off the mark, no good. Rebound grab now by Tomer. He'll flip it in the front court. 10 seconds now left in this one, and the Yellow Jackets win this one going away. Final score here from the Mertz as the clock ticks down. 2 seconds, 1 second. And there's your final buzzer. Final score here, Yellow Jackets 77. St. Mary's 56. We'll take a quick break and come back with our post-game show sponsored by Synovus Energy and the Spear Refinery. That's coming up in a minute or so. So stick around for that. This is UWS Men's Basketball on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Matt Johnson back here with our post-game show, sponsored by Synovus Energy and the Spear Refinery. Synovus Energy, we energize the world to make people's lives better. Pretty comprehensive performance from the Yellow Jackets tonight as we jump into our post-game summary here. They're really, other than that, about 5-minute stretch of that first half where St. Mary's got up 15-8. The Jackets coming back the remainder of that opening half, outscoring St. Mary's 19-2 down the stretch, turning a 20-18 deficit into a 37-22 lead at the half. And then the second half, a couple of hiccups here and there, but nothing really putting the outcome in jeopardy for UWS. The Cardinals came within 10 points at 53-43 at one point, but UWS, again, never really threatened. And they win again going away. Final score here, 77-56. Jackets for the game, 30 out of 63 from the field. shooting 47.6%. St. Mary's, meanwhile, was 21 out of 51, good for 41.2%. Jackets 6 out of 16 from beyond the arc. The Cardinals 9 out of 27. UWS 11 out of 16 from the charity stripe. St. Mary's was 5 for 7. Jackets very impressively doubling up St. Mary's on the backboards. 38-19 the edge for UWS, including 13-4 on the offensive glass. And UWS, in terms of assists to turnovers, 22 assists to go with 12 turnovers. Good floor game by the Jackets tonight. Plenty of assists, plenty of sharing the basketball. St. Mary's, meanwhile, 17 assists to go with 16 turnovers. Individually in this one, Jackets spreading the basketball around. They had 4 players score in double figures, and another one, Caden Lecce, finishing with 9. So very good balance for UWS tonight. They were led by Evan Bennett. The Superior native had 13 points on 4 for 10 shooting. He also made all 4 of his free throws, had 8 rebounds, and just 1 turnover in 34 minutes. Really, really steady game from Evan Bennett here tonight. Landon Tomer with another double-double, 12 points and 13 rebounds. He was 6 for 8 from the field in the game. 11 points, meanwhile, for Nick Nordon. Made all 4 of his shots, including a 3, and was 2 for 4 from the stripe. And Rocco Paulson also in double figures, 10 points, 4 rebounds for him in the ball game. 9 points for Caden Lecce on 3 for 7 shooting. 7 points each for Hayden Quimby and Andrew Beers. 5 points for Gage Brady as well. And 3 points for Micah Young. Meanwhile, St. Mary's was led by Reed Klug. Klug had game-high honors with 17 points. 6 for 10 shooting for him. And 10 points for Kai Brownham. 8 points in the game for Sawyer Markham, all those coming in the second half. But nobody else for St. Mary's had more than 5 points in the ball game here tonight. Post-game show player of the game, it's a hard one to kind of give to one player since it was a total team effort. You can give it to either Bennett or Landon Tomer. I'll give it to Tomer simply because he was so good on the glass, which he always is. Sophomore from Mosinee, 12 points, 6 for 8 shooting, 13 rebounds also in the game, but a very special shout-out to Evan Bennett, who was really, really good tonight. Quietly, by the way, as well. 13 points, as I mentioned, made all 4 of his free throws, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and just the 1 turnover for Evan Bennett. So I guess you could go 1 and 1A on the players of the game here tonight for the Yellow Jackets. Now with the win, UWS improves to 3 and 9 on the season. St. Mary's, meanwhile, falls to 1 and 11 on the campaign. Up next for the Yellow Jackets, they'll be on the road this coming Friday, taking on McAllister in non-conference action down in St. Paul. That game scheduled for a 4 p.m. start, I think. I'm going to go back and look at my notes here just to make sure that that's the case. But I believe that's what the Yellow Jacket opening tip against the Scots will be. Yep, 4 p.m. They'll next be at home, however, a week from this coming Saturday, the 10th of January, taking on Bethany Lutheran in UMAC conference action. 4:45 the tentative start time there. 4:30 the pregame. That'll be a joint broadcast with yours truly on 91.3 FM KUWS and on Yellow Jacket TV. Meanwhile, our next Yellow Jacket sports broadcast here on Yellow Jacket TV will come up on New Year's Eve when Coach Evelyn Parsons and the Yellow Jacket women's basketball team return home to take on Carleton. That'll be again on the 31st, so in a couple days' time, taking on the Knights for the second time this season. Jackets trying to sweep 2 games from Carleton this season. That'll be a 1 p.m. opening tip here on Yellow Jacket TV. 12:45 will be the pregame here online. Big thank you to everybody who watched the broadcast here tonight. Also a big thank you to Evan Ludwig, who was my engineer. And also a big thank you to the rest of our crew from Yellow Jacket TV. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and we'll hope you'll join us for more Yellow Jacket men's basketball as the second half of the 2025-26 season rolls on. So for Evan Ludwig at Yellow Jacket TV and our entire crew, this is Matt Johnson. One more time repeating the final score. Yellow Jackets downing St. Mary's in non-conference action here tonight at the Mertz. Final score, Yellow Jackets 77, St. Mary's 56. Thanks for watching and listening, everybody. This has been Yellow Jacket men's basketball on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network.